Coach, thanks. It is a crisp, cool fall afternoon, and we've got football from First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Cleveland Browns. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
When you try to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Mike, 53. 53. 53's a Mike. 53. Check.
Operating from the gun, King. He's got it complete to Thompson. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 36.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 36. They give to Johnson going right. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
On the toss, here's Johnson. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. 2nd down coming up. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field of the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Here we go. Get the flag. 56. Here we go. Switch. Back. Watch out.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I'm not sure that you'd call it a trick play, but it definitely showed some imagination there. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and show this play a few more times before this one is over.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. From the gun, King. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Here's King. From the gun, he'll throw. Flushed out right. The open man is Westbrook. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though.
56.
Now King, operating from the gun. And that is incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Tavecchio puts this one through. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Over here, yes. 51. Let's go, D. Let's go.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. A run for Nick Chubb. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff? that they all made sure to let us know. We know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
On second down, Johnson. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. You don't see that a ton, do you? The cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Let's go now. Stick it to Mike. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Mike, 56. 56.
King on third down. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down. On fourth down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Chubb powers over it.
Just fit in his pads, didn't he?
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down. Dalton, 1st and 10. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Clock running, under a minute to go now here in a fast-moving first quarter. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Taylor. Trey Flowers there on the tackle.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. From the 27, Dalton. He finds his target, Beckham. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. They'll run with Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Browns have taken the lead. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
At the 29-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. A toss, left side, Johnson. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Let's go. Pittsburgh. Check 56. You.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass. Defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Dalton here from the gun. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. He may try and run for this. And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the first down at around the 22. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillendown as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Lions will take over.
At their own 40-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
Check. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine. Oh, you got deep?
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And that time the tackle by Malik Hooker. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
On 2nd down now, it's Johnson, and he gets it down to the 32. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game, and I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains, didn't force the ball downfield, picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Back to you. Kill, kill, kill. Shit.
King now, off the bootleg. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So they will tread backward on the holding penalty.
And I know that they're going to get coached up and they'll get yelled at a little bit, but let's face it, it is hard not to do at the speed and pace that they play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down.
Let's get it.
At the 44-yard line.
Here we go. Get that quarterback. It all comes. 56, the mic, boys. 56. Check 56. Marcus, defense, Marcus. 56. 56 right there.
Looking to throw. King. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 22-yard line.
And the Lions 1st down.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And down to the 7-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
At the 1-yard line.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Silver, Squeeze. He's checking. Hey, watch it. Check it back.
And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. D.D. Westbrook, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And the lead is now 10-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Now Dalton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Dalton picked off by another Horned Frog, Jason Verrett. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
First down carry here for Johnson. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Johnson. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
Check, check, lucky.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
Well, partner, if we had their entire playbook in front of us, I'm not sure we would have picked out that play as the one to run in that situation. How about the guts of the offensive coordinator? Dialing that one up into great success.
Let's go, here we go. Joker. Hey, switch gears.
To throw is King on 1st and 10. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
At the 24-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. On first down, King. He completes it to Westbrook. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Myles Garrett in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year.
3rd and long.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. The kick by Tavecchio is good. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Browns drive about to get started. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They run. Chubb. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. It's caught by OBJ. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Passing, it's Dalton. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Now Chubb. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. Operating from the gun, Dalton. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jared Davis. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. They begin the drive with Johnson. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Johnson, and an alley to run. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Second and 5. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
There's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, his 11th touchdown of the year. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that will put them on top here in the 3rd. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Here's King. From the gun, he'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett, that is one he will remember. It's sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
36. Check 3. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Now King, operating from the gun. And the pressure gets to him again. Myles Garrett in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Oh, he slipped right by him. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. Back to the NFL scoreboard for a third quarter in Indy. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Now Chubb on 1st down, able to work his way forward for about 5. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Lions' 26-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Dalton, able to shake him off. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. They'll try to draw now with Chubb. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what would...
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Partner, I think they saw something there. I mean, they came from the right side deliberately, and you know there's always a designated guy who goes and blocks it, but it's the rest of his teammates that get him free.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Keep it up. Check 99. Check 99. Hey, alert 3. Check 50. Check 50.
Room here to run. A gain there of 21 yards.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 38. From the gun, King. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson. And it's 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Here's a 20th carry for Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. And we're back now here in Cleveland. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. The Lions on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd down and 12. Operating from the gun, King. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
You talk about a big kick under pressure in the 4th quarter. I mean, that wasn't like a 33-yarder. That was long distance.
Not only does it show the faith that they have in him, but also remember, if they'd missed that one, they're giving up the ball near midfield, so they had to be very confident that he was going to put that one through the post.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously, the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys. Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Browns on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Dalton. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. Agnew now to return. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On the ground, this is Johnson. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Here's Johnson. And an alley to run. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
On first down, Thompson. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there on 1st as the screen pass gets him 8.
At the 22-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run it with Johnson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
And it's 3rd down.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. He can run for it, and he will. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
So finally, at this stage of the game, he lets his legs carry him for a big-time first down. But I think this is all set up by his eyes throughout the game. He's been taking it all in as he's watched this thing unfold. And finally, the eyes carried the legs and took him downfield.
You're right. His longest run of the game waited until the 4th quarter, and maybe that lulled the defense to sleep a little bit. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Nelson Aguilar, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none.
From the gun, Dalton. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. The Browns on third down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing, Dalton. And it's incomplete. Both players had a shot at that one. Neither can get it, and it brings up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try to pass on 4th down. Dalton, he's going to rifle one deep left side. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position.
On the set, 53's mine. Check, 53's mine. Record.
They'll run on first down. Johnson. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. Defensively, no doubt they need a quick stop. Offensively here, maybe do you put it in the air on second down, or do you go ahead and keep it on the ground, keep that clock moving?
A lot of people would ask that question, partner, because sometimes throwing the ball might actually be the path of least resistance. But in this case, it's a matter of trust. How much do you trust your quarterback? Because you throw the ball and it goes awry, you really don't look smart as a coach.
Yeah, and then you stop that clock.
Right, 56. Don't let him breathe.
Again, it's Johnson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Come on, fellas.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And down inside the 15 he goes. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
On first down, it's Johnson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Hey, we got Mike, number Here we go, D. Here I come. Here I come.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Lions, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And now they'll have the short week ahead as they'll host their annual Thanksgiving Day game on Thursday. Meanwhile, for the Browns, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500.